wrong with me.
Hello creatives, welcome back to the channel. Mike here, aka Matrix75. Welcome back to another video. This time I'm doing another movie review. This time I'm reviewing Ma. This is a horror film that just came out today. I love horror films. I just always have ever since I was little. I've watched a couple of decent horror films that just lost momentum towards the end. A lot of them lately. I saw The Curse of La Llorona, which was a good film, but it just kind of lost steam towards the end. The same with a film that I have missed. It was back in 2014. I saw it recently, Babadook. I saw that one recently, and I have to say I loved most of it. And then right before it ended, it just didn't make sense anymore. And that's the hardest part of horror films, is the fact that they're just not consistent. They start off good, they start off crazy, and then they just lose steam, or they just lose steam in the middle of the film. Like I saw another horror film recently, The Hole in the Ground. The trailer looked great. The trailer has a lot to do with these horror films, what to do and what not to do, because the trailer could either you're revealing too much and there's no surprises within the film because you've seen the trailer. And since I saw the trailer of Ma, I was all in, but I didn't want them to reveal too much in the trailer. And I had a feeling that they did, and they did. And that was the problem that I had with Ma. With my reviews, I always let people know I'm not trying to spoil the film. I'm not going to tell you all the details about what happens during the film. What I want is to recommend the audience if they should go spend their money or not, if it's worth it. I just hate going to the movies and end up watching something that wasted an hour and a half to 2 hours of your time that's just complete trash that you spent money on. So try to save you $1 or $2. Anyway, I thought for a long time that we needed a horror film that had the villain be a black woman. When I found out that there was going to be a legitimate horror film with Octavia Spencer in it, co-starring Juliette Lewis, I'm all in, because I love those two actresses. They bring a level of intensity in every role that they're in. I've been a fan of Juliette Lewis since Cape Fear, and Octavia Spencer. I mean, who hasn't watched The Help? And of course, I thought she did a phenomenal job, even though she had a very short role in the second Rob Zombie Halloween film. But she brought a legitimacy to the movie, and her scene with Michael Myers was just, it was bone chilling. If you haven't seen Rob Zombie's Halloween 2, Octavia Spencer's performance is worth seeing the film. But let's get back to Ma. Ma's a good film. It's a refreshing, solid film. No CGI, nothing big, nothing over the top. It reminded me of a 90s horror film, slasher, or more or less a very, very strong thriller. I wanted a horror film, and I was hoping that there would be a little bit more. I mean, when you have the premise and the story is good and solid, you might as well push the envelope a little bit. I was wondering if Ma was going to be rated PG-13, but it was an R, and it was a solid R. Her performance, Octavia Spencer, did she disappoint? No. She played this role. She was very convincing. There was no weak sign in her performance. She was crazy, no question, and she was a good villain. You felt sorry for her. You understood where she was coming from, even though she was nuts. But it was just a good, solid performance. And another good keynote, Juliette Lewis killed her performance for being just a run-of-the-mill character that didn't have any kind of big issues, over-the-top issues. I mean, of course she has some skeletons in her closet, but she was just a basic good character. And that's one thing about this movie that hits close to home, is the fact that the parents of these teenagers are in my generation, my age range, a little bit older than me, but I understood it. The music that they were playing was the music within their high school years, you know, so that was a big part of it, because that was part of what they were listening to when they were young, and she was trying to relive all those. It was a good, solid story, good, solid acting performances. The only thing that disappointed within the film to me was the director. The direction that it was going could have pushed the envelope for more carnage to happen. When you're dealing with a horror film, and if you're really going to call it a horror film, let some horror happen. Not saying that the victims didn't go through it. By all means, they did. But I just wanted more. I wanted the end of the film to smack you in the face a little bit, and it was a lot of build-up and a lot of suspense and a lot of story with minimalistic outcome. That is the issue I have with Ma. Good, solid film, and if you want to just have a nice, good scare at the movies, I would recommend it. Good date night movie, because it's in that live little jump scares, which is always fun. But all in all, as a horror film fan, I just wanted more. Octavia Spencer, salute to you, because she did a great job. She's just, man, so, you know what I wanted though? You know what I wanted? I wanted one of my favorite films of all time, horror or not horror, is Carrie. You guys know I'm a Carrie freak. I made a speed painting about her, but it was about the sympathy that you had for her as a character. I wanted to have a little bit of that towards Ma. I wanted her story to be so wrong, like they did her so wrong that you couldn't even help to feel sorry when she did the dirt that she was doing. I didn't feel that. I felt like, yeah, they did her wrong, no question about it, and she deserved to get her revenge, but I didn't feel that she was such a pathetic character that just snapped, you know? I wanted more sympathy towards Ma in regards to her story and why she was doing the things that she was doing. But anyway, Ma was a decent film, no question about it, but with this one, it kind of was refreshing. It was also really refreshing to see a film that didn't focus on anything flashy. This is a script, a story, actors, camera, go to work, and that's it. Nothing big, no big, huge explosions. We didn't need to see any superheroes or any big, scaly monsters or anything like that. It was just people reacting to actions and some horrible consequences. So, give this video a like, share, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. This is Mike, aka Matrix75. Stay positive, keep creating, and I'll see you on the next video.
Don't make me drink alone. Don't make me drink alone.